Hey guys, what's up? This is Spuffboy and welcome to Farming Simulator 17. I bet you never thought you'd see the day, but I am finally back from quite a long hiatus from YouTube. But I thought, hey, Farming Simulator 17's here and why not give it a go? I've been away mainly, 90% of the reason is work. I've been working very hard, haven't had any time to do anything of any significance, but I'm going to make some time now to do Goldcrest Valley on Farming Simulator 17. So let's jump in. Now, I'm sure you're aware that a lot of other YouTubers have already done or have already started series. So what I have done is change it up slightly. Now, you're all probably thinking, oh, he's cheated, he's used loads of money and bought loads of ridiculous bits of kit. Well, part of that is true. Yes, I've cheated. I've used the money cheat, I don't know, changing coding, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I have used it, but I haven't gone mad. So firstly, let's just have a look at the garage. So I bought 3 tractors, the Fendt 700 Vario, the Fast Track 3000 Extra, and the MF 7700. I also bought a front loader with a bucket and bale spike, a little bit bigger combine, but it's still not massive, the Massey Ferguson. I've got a cultivator, a plough, seeder, spray, weight, lawnmower, whatever you want to call it, square baler, pickup, obviously those, and a Marshall tipper. So that's it. I haven't gone mad. I haven't bought massive combine or potato harvesters and huge tractors, but there are some bloody cool tractors on this. Look at these bad boys. I don't know what that one is with the snake on it, the Viper. It says it's a mod, but anyway, that's got to be the goal, I guess, the 400 grand tractor. But what we're going to do first is we're just going to have a little look at the kit and also my thoughts on Farming Simulator 17. So I thought you could see your mobs that you've got installed. So here's the farm anyway. So the only additional one is that I've bought field 22. You start with 12, 14, 15. I bought 22. And all these little exclamation marks here are little contract works you can do, which I think is a really, really good addition to the title. You never used to get those in previous iterations of Farming Simulator, so they're really good, and we're probably going to do one in this episode before we start on our own work, just so we can have a look and a bit of a chat about everything. There's loads of different fruit types, so certainly from the standard game, obviously there was lots of mods for Farming Simulator 15, which gave you most of these, but things like the radish and the poplar are new, which is great. So we've got growth, cultivated. So number 12, for example, is cultivated, so it needs sowing. Growing, harvested is 14, and 15 is ready to harvest. I've turned plant wither mode off just because I find it very annoying and you lose track of time and things like that. Prices, lots of different prices, which obviously you need to keep an eye on for when you're selling. Vehicle overviews, as you can see, we haven't used a lot of them at all. Finances, yeah, ignore that. We don't own any animals, so again, that will be something that I want to do in the future. But I have decided to call this series the Clueless Farmer. Why the Clueless Farmer? Because lots of people on my Farming Simulator 17 videos, Farming Simulator 15 videos even, like to point out that I don't know anything about farming, and why do I bother? Because I don't know anything about farming. And yes, I completely agree. I don't know much about farming. I always like the idea of farming, but I've never been involved with it. So I try and bumble along, but hey, I'm calling this one the Clueless Farmer because I don't claim to know what I am doing, and that's where you guys come in. Anything that you can do to help me, write down in the comments and subscribe for more of this interesting series. So what we're going to do is we're going to start up the JCB, get the beacons on. I'm using the Saytech wheel so we get some silky smooth steering, and we're going to go and do a mission, I think, or for contract work, sorry. So let's go down to field 23 as it's a reasonable sized field. Also, just so you know, I've got some mods installed, like the dirt mod and the wheel dirt mod, so that disappears when you're driving along on tarmac. Also, you'll see that I do sink into the ground and things like that, so I've got a few mods but nothing too major. and there's the big combine getting ready to go on that one. But we're not going to do that this time round. We're going to go down to field 20. What one did I say? 23? I can't even remember now. So this is where you drop off straw and hay. If you've got excess, that's where you drop off your grain and collect it in the silos. Right, I'm in America, so I need to be aware that I need to drive on the correct side of the road. Well, correct in America is wrong, really, isn't it? The right hand side of the road is wrong. Awesome train track that goes through the whole of the map. But I don't want to spend too much time looking around the map, because I know that there's lots of YouTubers like Daggerwin and Stockerglaws and Squirrel, all the ones that I watch, who have already done all of that for you. And here we go. You can't park it too close, I think, otherwise your kit gets in the way. There we go. Right, turn the engine off, hop out, and he'll probably be like, why have you turned up in that? Anyway, so fertilizing. Oh, hey, I don't suppose you've got some extra time on your hands to fertilise a field for me, do you? I totally forgot about my daughter's game today. It's her first time starting in goal, and my wife will have my hide if I don't get there to loop her in on a video call. If you can do it for £3,865, you'd really be doing me a solid. Wow, that is some American speak I've never heard of. Time for the mission is 8:24, and you get a Deutzfahr and a fertilizer, and let's start that, shall we? So this is really cool. I really do like that this is now part of it. So what we need to do is put the beacon on, most importantly. Start the engine. See, I have also got crop defamation on, or destruction, whatever you want to call it, which I really like. I think, again, that is a really good mod. But I'm going to have to do a bit of that, unfortunately, to do that. Right, so we have the Cruel. So here you go, here's the Clueless Farmer stepping up straight away, because I can't pronounce the name of it. Caruel. Exactly. So there we go. Tell me as soon as you can. So it's full, which is good. So we need to unfold it, because this sort of thing does look, I have to say, it does look better than Farming Simulator 17. Oh my god, it's going to be massive. Holy crap, it's huge. Okay, I'm pretty sure I know what I have to press. Turn on sprayer is B. Okay, so here we go then. Our first job. And you've got to keep it nice and straight, because otherwise I will destroy all of his crop. Whoa. A bit wobbly, I guess. Oh, that does look good, doesn't it? That looks a lot better than Farming Simulator 15, that's for sure. But, so what do I think of the title so far? Well, I can't really tell you, because I have hardly played it at all. I've literally, all I've done is bought all of that kit and moved it into place. That is literally all I have done. So, you know, I can't be like, oh yeah, it's really good, it's really amazing. I don't know yet. So, we're going to learn together. But yeah, I'm excited for it, because it does look good. I have to say, I like the look of this farm. But I have to say that I'm probably going to think that Colborough Park Farm is a better farm, mainly because it is British. Right, so let's set the cruise control. There we go. Right, so now I just have to make sure that I cover as much of it as possible, because otherwise I won't complete it, which would be very annoying. Oh, so you don't even use the fertilizer on this. Anyway. Ooh. Hello. Bit of upskirt. What? I'm sure we can get a better screenshot than that for the thumbnail. It's quite hard not It feels really weird. I have to say, it feels really weird destroying the crop. And it was always something I asked for in Farming Simulator 15, but now it's here, I'm like, I'm just losing money because I'm destroying all my crop. But again, that's what it's like being a clueless farmer, because I'm sure that is completely normal, and yeah, everything is fine. Hope there's no cars coming. It's going to be one of those where you can't quite do it all, so there's no point even trying. But maybe it'll give us it even if I don't do the bottom bit, but there's no way I can do that because of the odd shape of this field, number 23. But I own that one there, number 22. It's nothing, so you need to check to see if it has been cultivated, because one thing that I have read and like the idea of is that you do need to plough the fields after crops and things to keep the life of the soil and the minerals and all of that jazz, which is good. I only just realised there's a countdown timer. Imagine that. Right, you have to do this in 8 minutes. Like, Jesus, mate. Turned in a bit early there. Oh, we're going to miss the corner. Oh, right. Well, I don't know how you could possibly do that not in the time. There we go. Wow. Colour me impressed. I didn't know that was a colour. Impressed. I've achieved help a fella out. So I got a time bonus of 947. That's perfect. So that's a good start. So as you can see, I started with £40,000. So we've made 4,312 from that job, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I think we'll head back to the farm in this now. And not quite sure that that was a legal manoeuvre, but hey, who cares? We'll head back to the farm, have a quick look around more around the specific farm area as opposed to the whole of the map. So that's just a vehicle shelter, which is always good. That's where you collect the grain that you've stored in your silos. As I said before, this is where you can sell any of your leftover straw and hay. So there is something over here. I don't know. I doubt you can get in there, but there's some more of the kit that we've got. Over here, we've got fertilizer and what else is there? I can't even remember. But you can buy it, which is cool this year. So in pallets, you can buy seed, fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, and pig food. You can also buy a pallet of saplings, poplar saplings as well. So I think, again, that's a really cool addition. So you can go and buy it, and then you can move it over to the field that you need it, as opposed to having to drive your tractor with the big sower on the back all the way over. And as you can tell, I know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's lots of cool kit in here. Like, there's obviously still the forestry element of this, which obviously went down well last time. There was a few teething issues in my opinion, but we will see. So we got the Scorpion King and the Buffalo, the Forwarder, I think, and the Harvester. Yes, you see. So there is certainly lots and lots to get involved with. The trailer is used to transport animals, so that's an addition. That is not part of the original. Not part of the standard kit in Farming Simulator 15. So that's a really good addition. I like that a lot. So you can take them off to market, I'm guessing. Weeders. That's interesting. Weirdest pull weeds out between small grown crops, improving the field state. It can only be used in the first growing stages of crops. Ooh, that's interesting. So what I might do now is, now that he's parked up, turn him off. So the trains are an addition. So there's the Fent. So again, I didn't go mad. I didn't buy the biggest Fent you could possibly get. There is the Massey Ferguson 7719. Again, it's a big tractor, don't get me wrong, but it's certainly not the biggest. And this is what we're going to do now. So we're going to start him up. There we go. Because you can turn, there's some really good options on here. So obviously you can choose your units, your measuring units, etc., and your money currency. But you can change the name of your save game, which is new. There's you can turn your traffic off. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Dirt, you can speed up or slow down. Automatic engine start, I really like that turned off because it just makes it more realistic. And the same with the stop and go braking. So if you have that on, then it means if you're going along forward, stand on the brake, it will automatically then start reversing, whereas this braking will just bring you to a stop and then you have to press it again to start reversing, which I prefer. So the helper, you can, whether or not the helper automatically refills all fuel he consumes, this will increase the helper cost. So you can just get rid of that, so they do it. You've paid them the fee, but then you don't pay for the food, seed, fertilizer, slurry meal. So I've got all of that on. Plant growth is normal. Withering road off. Periodic ploughing required. So that's the one which I like the idea of, which is whether or not you need to plough your fields periodically to keep yield high. Fertilizer states amount of time you need to fertilize your fields for maximum yield. 1, 3, or 1. I'm going to leave that on 1 because I don't think I've got time to do the 3. Right, so he's up and running, and I am going to hire a worker for this. And off he bloody well goes. So I'm going to leave the swath on so we can do some bales. Probably just to sell at this stage. But there we've got Mavis. She's up there loving life in a Massey Ferguson. She's just been given a brand new Massey Ferguson 7347S. I would also be excited. I'd crash or wouldn't be able to start it, let alone move it, that's for sure. But hey, I'm clueless. Okay, that joke's getting old already. But look how cool that looks. It's really good animation on the crops. I think it's certainly a step up from Farming Simulator 15. So whilst she is doing that, we will hop into the... oh, that one. And we will go and get the Marshall tipper. Right, so I've parked that up there. And then we can start to unload when it is needed. And then we can also get one of the other tractors, potentially the Massey, because I think you need the most powerful one to do the baling. I can't remember what open the cover is. There we go. N. There we go. And I really like these Marshall tippers. That one of the best mods from Farming Simulator 15, certainly. So we'll just pull him round out the way for now, because it certainly won't need to be unloaded yet. At 31% after 2 rows, so another 2, he'll be at 62. So he needs to do another 4 rows before we even consider opening him up. Opening him up? What's he talking about? Ooh, was he going to get stuck? No, it's just okay. But this is why on maps like Colbert Park Farm on FS15 you need to do a headland. So I was going to say, come on, missing bits. Yes, let's get the Massey up and running. And we'll get the baler hitched up to that. So this series is very fluid and it's much more based on what you guys want to do as opposed to me telling you what is going to happen. If you want to see me do animals or forestry in particular, then please do let me know in the comments. I'm going to try and do these as often as possible. I've no idea how much it's going to be, so how often they're going to be. So you are going to need to subscribe if you want to find them. Turn your notifications on and you can see exactly when I'm doing it. I'll also be doing some live streams. I did a test yesterday and it seemed to work okay, so I might be doing that as well, or I will be, but I might be doing it on this game, or this save game, rather than another one. So let's have a look if anything's changed on the bathing front. In fact, no. That is what we're going to do on the next episode of Clueless Farmer. That is going to be it. I hope you liked this little intro. As I said, I didn't go into too much detail about the map and everything, just because a lot of other YouTubers have done it. So, yeah, it's a really cool looking map. I really like the train that goes through it, and I really like the river. I know why they've done it with all of the maps, all of the fields are rectangular or square or very straight edged. It's so you can use a worker, but hopefully Auto Combine will come out for this, like it did on Farming Simulator 15, and then there'll be some new maps that we can try out with that. But let me know what you guys think down below. Please drop me a like if you want to see more, and keep an eye out on the channel for the rest of this series. But thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.